The highly anticipated No Man's Sky is finally going to be released next week. Hello everyone, my name is Kid Lee, and let's go ahead and talk about this game for just a little bit. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, No Man's Sky is an upcoming action-adventure survival space shooter from the developers over at Hello Games. Now, if you didn't know, my favorite game in this genre of all time was a little game known as Freelancer. We spent a lot of time playing that game. My friends and I would create our own private server. We'd jump on, start with our little level 1 ships, and then just explore the galaxy and level up. So we've been waiting for our replacement of Freelancer for a very long time, and No Man's Sky is going to hit most, if not all, of our requirements for a replacement, and it's going to do so much more. Now, No Man's Sky is coming out in a very interesting time when you have other games such as Star Citizen and Elite Dangerous that are also doing very similar things. I think where No Man's Sky is going to really skyrocket is because this game is going to play into being more casual compared to those other two. Those other two games are super technical in everything that it does. So if you're looking for one of these space exploration shooter type games, but you want to go just absolutely technical with all of your ship specs and controls, and you want a 48 control setup and all this, you'll probably be looking at one of those other games. But No Man's Sky, like Freelancer, is taking things on a more simple and more casual level, but still having all of the layers of complexity as well. In No Man's Sky, you'll be starting at sort of a little level 1 with a level 1 ship, and you have to work your way and build your way up. There's crafting, there's combat, there's exploration. This game is really doing a lot of really cool things with those different items. If you haven't heard, when you actually spawn into No Man's Sky for the first time, you're actually going to be on the outer sort of edges of the known universe. The main goal of the game is to actually work your way into the core. This game is very big. There's over 900 billion stars. You'll never ever be able to do a 100% on this game. It's just not going to happen. But as you start exploring, you're able to discover things that you discover, you're actually able to rename for everybody else in the entire universe. So if another player comes across a solar system or a planet or a creature that you discovered, it'll actually have your name on it. Or if you named it something, it's like you found a alien beaver and you're gonna call it Bob Beaver, the species. You can totally do that. Now, I actually heard something really interesting here a couple hours ago. I was watching some more interviews with Sean Murray, who is one of the head developers at Hello Games, and he actually said, obviously, with this being a space game, there's going to be different kinds of ships, and the ships themselves are on the discovery list, whether they are found, built, whatever. And if you are the first person to actually find, create, again, whatever, a particular class of ship, you actually get to name that class of ship for everybody in the entire galaxy. So I thought that was really cool, and that's one thing I actually didn't know. But with the game having the completely freeform space flight, perhaps like we've never seen before, with the atmospheric flying and landing, in a lot of other games, again, like Freelancer, if you wanted to go down to the planet, it's like you had to wait into a queue. They flew you down, loading screen, and you were down on a city, and you really had limited options. This game, you can be out in space. You can manually fly down to a planet. Okay, I'm flying through the atmosphere. Okay, I can see the surface now. Where do I want to land my ship? I can land it wherever I want. I can set down, and I can immediately start exploring or mining. Or if I'm going to kill creatures or whatever you want to do, you can go ahead and do it in this game. The fact that everything in this world is completely randomly generated adds a lot of very interesting elements to it. The fact that there are warring factions out there, just factions in general, space stations, Do you want to align with them? Do you want to not align with them? Do you want to get into their war? Do you want to avoid their war? Do you want to attack a space station? Do you want to be a pirate? Do you want to fight the pirates? And I can just go on and on and on with all of the many different scenarios that you can or perhaps don't want to do in this game. There's just going to be so much freedom and so much possibility in this. I absolutely cannot wait for it. So you might be asking, what are my plans with No Man's Sky when it comes out next week? I'm going to be doing a full Let's Play series on this game. This is going to be the game which really kicks my gaming channel into gear. Again, if you didn't see it, I put out a video a couple of weeks ago talking about this transition that I'm doing with my two different YouTube channels. And this is going to be part of that transition. No Man's Sky is going to be the first major game that I'm covering in full with my new Variety Gaming channel. So I think once I get this thing going, there's almost going to be a video a day on it. Because it's something that's going to be really easy to shoot. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. And it's going to be called like the No Man's Sky Adventures or something along those lines. But that will go ahead and do it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any comments or questions on No Man's Sky, I would love to hear what you think about it. Are you planning on playing this game? What do you think about it overall? But yeah, just go ahead and leave a comment down below. But I do thank you all so much for watching. And with that being said, everybody keep playing and have fun.